Welcome back. You're watching Good Morning Namibia. Now, the Youth in Oil and Gas Summit is a newly registered non-profit and non-governmental organization committed to equipping young professionals with the tools and the opportunities needed to thrive in the dynamic oil and gas sector. Its vision is to become Africa's leading youth platform in energy. The summit champions mentorship, training, innovation and inclusivity has already captured national attention. From hands-on workshops and masterclasses to regional road shows and research publications, the organization is building a movement that goes far beyond a single event. We're now joined by its founder, Madam Justina Erastus, to tell us more. Good morning, ma'am, and welcome to Good Morning Namibia.
Good morning, there. Thank you for having me.
How are you doing on this gift of a Tuesday?
It's super cold, but I'm excited.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're excited to have you.
Thank you so much.
Speak to us about the summit. How did it come into being? What's the driving force behind it?
Well, a few months back, with all the exciting discoveries with regards to Namibia's oil and gas industry, so a few of us discovered a gap that we said, we could potentially fill. And so that's really, in a nutshell, how we came about establishing the summit and then diving deep into why and who and where and how we're going to, engineer and pioneer this project.
Very well. Now, speaking of that gap that you'd identified that you're filling through the summit, what is the primary need that you're hoping to address?
Honestly, it's mainly education, empowering young people so that we can create a platform for them to, not just be partakers, but to take the lead in the oil and gas frontier. So this platform, it's meant to bridge the gap that currently exists between the oil and gas industry and young people that is often widened by the high cost of attending conferences. So we do offer subsidized, tickets to make sure all young people are present in the room so that they have equal opportunity to listen, to learn, to receive mentorship, guidance in the space.
Nothing about us without us,
Nothing,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, you're on record for stating that this isn't an event, although it's called the summit. It is a movement.
Absolutely.
What do you believe sets it apart from other youth organizations?
We really focus on, like I said, education, mentorship, and inclusivity and reaching the very least of the least. So we really focus on making sure that everyone is a part of the table. So it's not really about, them and us. It's we decided, if we can't afford to attend, so let's make our own table. Yeah, one that speaks for us, by the youth, for the youth. Yeah, so I think what really sets us apart is our passion to really be a part of the conversation. And, from grassroots levels, trying to make that information available to everyone. Yeah.
Now, it's still relatively early days, granted, but what have been some of the most notable highlights for you, or the most notable milestones?
I think, receiving endorsements from our sponsors, NAMCOR, as well as the Africa Energy Chamber. Thank you so much for, just acknowledging us and supporting us and backing us. It really just gives us that, not besides the credibility, but just, giving us that push that you guys are doing awesome, you guys are moving in the right direction, the support from all the industry leaders, attending conferences, learning and networking, and, absorbing everything, and being able to then translate that back into the summit. Because ultimately, we do have a target audience, and at the end of the day, it's about empowering them and making sure that they have access to the networks, not only the networks, but also just being in the room. I think seeing what it has done for myself, that's why I'm so passionate about making it accessible to everyone else. Yeah.
How would the mentorship component of the summit work?
Pardon?
The mentorship component, how would that work?
Oh, so for the summit, we really try and make it engaging, interactive. So what we do is try to, connect young people with experts in the space, from diverse backgrounds, finance, engineer, logistics, even entrepreneurship. So, myself sitting in a room with Denver, what do I have to learn from you? So, 5-minute mentorships, that's what we're going to try and implement. And
5-minute mentorships.
yeah. At the
Absorb as much as you can.
as much as I can, only because I know how far it has taken me, that conversation. So we're going to try and make it as interactive and engaging as possible at the summit, at the upcoming summit, yeah.
Speaking of which, you have a number of aces up your sleeve, but the summit is a major event lined up for next month.
Yeah.
What is it that we can expect?
Ooh, you can expect a lot of exciting conversation, dialogues with industry captains. And so basically that platform is just meant to merge the two generations. So the young and eager and vibrant to learn about the oil and gas industry from grassroots, then they meet the experts, and then we have conversation from, local, we talk about local content, we talk about career opportunities, scholarships, internships. And I think the one thing that I'm very passionate about is just debunking the fact that oil and gas is just for, the petroleum engineer. So how can everyone play a part, from an entrepreneurship background, from a legal background? If you want to follow academia, what training institutions are available for me to follow? What scholarship opportunities are available? And how does government play a role? So I'm very passionate about, pushing the education narrative and making sure that everyone has an opportunity to learn and then make a sound decision based off of that. Because I do believe in the potential of, the oil and gas industry. And I think the more educated we are, then we are able to make sound decisions. Yeah.
How do you see the summit evolving against the backdrop of the sector being an emerging sector, and also that it is expected to grow?
I think, growing alongside the industry, and we can never reach a place where we say we know it all. So I see it becoming, a national flagship event. I do see it going cross borders, engaging other countries, and learning from and engaging with other youth cross borders. And so just, I do see it growing edition to edition. So last year we hosted around 600 participants. So this year we're hoping to do a little over 800, just because of the interest. And again, we want to just focus on empowering, educating, bridging that gap that is often widened. Yeah.
I would imagine that some of the modalities would also unfold organically, yet one also would need a roadmap.
Yeah.
Speak to us about how you are going about connecting young people to veterans in the industry.
So it's been hectic, but it's going. So I do have a strong team. I do have a strong advisory board behind me, because I don't think we can, just take decisions, and it's good to always consult those who have gone ahead of us. But in the coming 54 days, we have an exciting agenda planned that includes conversation from local content, engineering, finance, and we've engaged with powerful captains of industry. We've invited them. We've also engaged line ministries. I'm very excited about it, and hence why I want to put out a call to action to young people to show up, show a keen interest. I think there's a lot to gain from this platform.
Indeed. Now, we're told at the heart of your core values include inclusivity and diversity.
Absolutely.
Speak to us about why those core values are so important.
I think, from my observations, it's very important to show, not to the detriment of the boy child. It's very important to show the girl child that you can work offshore. So some traditional careers don't just belong to a certain gender. So, and also reaching out to, underrepresented people. This platform is for all youth, regardless of gender, regardless of your budget, so we try and accommodate everyone. And I believe where this industry is headed to, the more prepared we are, we stand a good chance of, leading it, not just being partakers and falling in where we can. We actually have the chance to refine, be professionals, and actually spearhead the industry where it's headed.
Returning to your call from earlier, so
Yeah.
how do young people get on board? How do corporates get on board? How do people who want to partner with you reach out to you?
So you could kindly, visit our website at www.yoiogs.com.na, or you could send us an email at registration at yoiogs.com.na or info@yoiogs.com.na, or you could call us. I think our contact information is available on our social media, our Instagram, our LinkedIn. Sponsorship opportunities are also available for companies that want to support us. And young people who are also interested in attending are more than welcome to, visit our website for registration purposes. So I believe it's a national project, and I invite everyone to take a keen interest and to be a part of the narrative. Yeah.
I would imagine the next 53 days would be characterized by little sleep and lots of work.
Absolutely.
Any final thoughts before we let you go to do exactly that?
I'm very passionate about this project, and I just want to express that in the work that we do. And I would encourage any young person, you don't have to be from a specific I think there's a notion to believe that oil and gas is very technical, and so it excludes, the population. No, there's so much to learn about it. It's so interesting, technical, but interesting. And I think if we do sit down, we get to learn one thing from the other. It's all about, bridging the gap and learning from those who have gone ahead of us. I think there's a lot of this power in collaboration. So I do call on collaborative efforts amongst youth initiatives, youth groups throughout the country. So I do believe in partnerships, in collaboration. So there isn't, one party only. We win when we act as a collective. And so, call to action to all young people: show a keen interest, show up. I think there's a lot that we stand to gain from learning, from connecting, and I think we can really turn this industry into quite a success.
Yeah, unfortunately, the color of my hair disqualifies me.
Absolutely not. That's the main reason why we want to engage you, because you have such a wealth of knowledge to transfer.
So do you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so
for
much.
those insights. Good luck with the preparation. Good luck with the sleepless nights. And may the summit be a resounding success.
Thank you so much, Denver.
There you have it, Madam Justina Erastus. She's the founder of the Youth in Oil and Gas Summit, talking to us about how young people are creating their own table as far as this emerging sector is concerned, but they're also partnering with the veterans because there's a lot to learn from one another. We return after a brief break.